Hello, all you elite explorers. Anomaly John 173 here. I want to create a new challenge called the StormChaser. I'm going to create a survival, max difficulty, permadeath mode save, and I'm going to see how long it takes for me to collect, let's say, 50. How long will it take me to collect 50 storm crystals across as many different types of weather as I can? We can have very hot planets, very cold planets, very windy planets. There's a number of different kind of storm types. So I want to see how long it'll take me to do that. There might be quite a bit of setup here. The best place to find storms is going to be on those planets with activated metals, like activated indium, cadmium, emerald, copper. And those planets typically are found in red, green, and blue star systems, which are not systems we can immediately get to. So there may be a little bit of a grind in order to unlock the hyperdrive components to get to those types of systems. But let's just give it a try and see how long it might take. Max settings on everything. We'll do permadeath mode. We will we will disable the tutorial because I believe that'll give us more options faster to be able to unlock things ourselves rather than have to go through the tutorial. Let's go. Collecting bulbs from the hazardous flora. It's a great way to get oxygen very quickly. Some people don't know you can actually grab those bulbs. If you're careful, grab the bulbs for a whole lot more oxygen than if you just shoot it. So just dance around in a circle, grab them. But I don't stick around long enough to actually shoot it as well. Yeah, let's grab this oxygen. There's always a little oxygen here right by your radiant pillar when you first come to it. Let's hurry. It's a little bit hot on this planet, looks like. Grab some supplies. Grab that salvage data. It's always handy. And let's jump in the ship. See, look, we got plenty of time. All right, we are in our ship. Let's take a look with the tutorial disabled. The ship does not need any repairs. The multi-tool does not need any repairs. I have the visor already. So really, with the starship having 100% fuel, 100% charge on the pulse engine and the launch thrusters, I don't have to build launch fuel immediately. I don't have to get additional tritium immediately. I do have some already, yeah. I am going to go ahead and jump up to the nearest space station to increase the exosuit inventory size. See what they have to offer in terms of potentially selling any copper or chromium to build a base somewhere. And that's also where I'm going to look for a planet nearby that's maybe a little nicer hazard-wise, and I can collect copper, get a base built, and get my research stations set up so that I could start to research the hyperdrive components I need. Hello, Weatherman here. Let's go upstairs here. Thank you. All right. Grabbed a few things, grabbed some chromatic metal and some metal plating, so we've kind of got what we need to build a base somewhere already. While I'm sitting in the ship here, let me put a hotkey on my ship view. I always set a hotkey so that I can just flip in between views really quickly. Let's go out here and let's scan the planets in this system and find a nice planet to go land on and get a base built. Of these planets, I think I'm going to have to try picking the one that's nuclear and go pick up some uranium, so I know I've got Starship charger for my launch thrusters. So I'm going to head to the nuclear planet and let's go take a look at how easy or hard the survival is there. Like I said, I don't know how long it's going to take to get established quickly so I can start unlocking access to those other planet types, other system types, but we'll give it a shot. We'll check it out. When I'm in like a survival kind of mode where resources are scarce and things like that, especially when I don't have any launch fuel, is I like to scan for any local buildings I can find that actually have a landing pad, because there I can land and take off for free. This one does not appear to have a landing pad, but it will sure have one right up here. So let's land up here and then we'll do a scan for uranium. Oh, there's a cave right there too. That's going to be quite helpful. I can jump down to the cave and grab a bunch of supplies. Sometimes I forget when I'm first starting to grab carbon. You need carbon to make sure you can keep recharging your mining beam, amongst other things as well. All right, let's see what we got down here.
Radiation protection falling.
Caves are just great. You get oxygen, sodium, cobalt. Oftentimes you get things like tritium or silver or platinum as well as a secondary resource. Protection from the hazards. Yeah, there are some vortex cubes here I can grab. I can sell those for some units. All right, let's go back outside the cave. Oh, there's some more vortex cubes. Let's grab those. Let's head back up to the station. Time for some tritium. We'll take it. Take advantage of the situation that you're put in, right? Yeah. Identify myself, ask who I'm speaking to, and they're gone. So apparently that's part of the tutorial that does still trigger even when you have tutorial disabled. On the way. So back on the first planet I was on. All right, let's go find this stranger's coordinates. What I do on this one is instead of just landing, I fly around and actually try to locate the actual wreckage. There it is. There it is.
Recharged.
Let's check out this ship. It's a C class, which I really don't care about. I'll go ahead and claim it. It may come in handy, and if not, I can scrap it. Great. I'll take it. I followed this because I thought maybe I had to do it for the base computer plans, but that's not the case in the non-tutorial mode. So I'm going to go back up to the station, and I'm going to sell everything I can sell here. And then I'm going to look again at all the planets and try to decide which one I want to land on and get a base built and start researching the hyperdrive upgrades so I can get to the systems I need for the storms. So let's go back up. Boy, I'm a popular guy right now. Lots of messages. I don't remember these kicking off when the tutorial is disabled, but that's all right. I was going to say at this point I can probably get to the anomaly where I can also get an exosuit upgrade, and I can, I believe, research some of the same upgrades for my hyperdrive. Let me check that out while I'm in here. check out the ship grades here. Don't have enough nanite clusters yet, so I need 200 to get to, I think it's red. So I need to start collecting nanite clusters and work in this. All right, that's what I'll do. It's going to be my next part of my plan. Get a base built, get some nanite clusters going, and then I can either through the anomaly or through a research station on my base computer get these unlocked so I can start going to these systems and hit those storm crystals. Okay, I've gone through and I've finished doing the anomaly part of the apparently tutorial that I didn't disable, or it's running for some reason. I did actually receive 200 nanites when I talked to one of the entities on the anomaly. He gave me enough nanites that I was able to actually go ahead and purchase the plans for the cadmium drive. So I'm going to finish this anomaly stuff right here, and then I'll be ready to go set up a base somewhere, grab some wiring looms from the space station, and get that cadmium drive installed so I can go to a cadmium system, a red system, and find those storms with storm crystals. Yay! Okay, we're going to go to this Arctic planet with ancient bones. We're going to see what kind of hazard protection I'm going to need here, but I'm going to get some dioxide, get some copper. We're going to set up a base, find a place to land with a landing pad, and I'm going to get the base established, get the materials I need so I can build that cadmium drive. So let's get down here and see what we find. Now, here's a place we can land. Wish there was a cave nearby. Maybe we'll get lucky, and there's one right here I just don't see yet. So now that I've done that, I'm going to put some charge in my hyperdrive, and I'm going to go to a different system and see if I can find a better system. Let's go. So let's go with the F6PF with the black hole. Let's go check it out. There's the black hole, quite large. Scan some of these planets before I go to the station. Oh, it's an outlaw station. Interesting. Let's see what we get. Oh, while I'm here, let's not forget. Let's go back and get my exosuit upgrade. Okay. Get my base established. Get the chromatic metal I need. Get this thing going. Plus, on a flourishing moon, I can walk around and do what I need to do to find nanites at buildings and things like that. Not have to worry about hazard. Let's go. That's interesting. A derelict freighter. Usually you see those in space. Okay, looks like that was kind of a glitch. It drew it in the planet, but now it's not there, so that's good. Okay, there's a solar ship. There's another solar ship. Wow. There's another solar ship. Wow. Too bad I don't have any money. Come on, wiring loom. Nope. All right, here's another spaceport I found. Let's go see if they've got wiring looms down here, by chance. Nope. Maybe I'm gonna have to go up to the anomaly and try to learn the recipe. All right, we're gonna get a base established while the refiner's running. Putting the base right by all these landing pads for convenience. I think I've decided that this system, even though it's got tons of solar ships, it's an outlaw system, which is good in many ways. I'm now thinking outlaw systems don't carry wiring looms anywhere. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to look for another system, even though I got a base here now. Okay, I'm in another solar system now on a new station. Let's see if they've got wiring looms. Medic seal, wiring looms, yay. So is that enough to buy one wiring loom? Yeah, one. Great. Let's buy one. That's all I can do for now. I still need one more. You know what I'll do? Let me scrap that other ship. Did I not repair him? I thought I repaired him. All right, I'm in this new system. I'm going to go look for some places to land. Going to find some wiring looms. So let's jump out here and let's see what planets I have to choose from. Like I said, I'll probably set up another base here somewhere. Probably. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over to this empty Ancient Bones planet. Why am I just not happy with my selections? You know what? I'm just not happy. I'm going to go to another system. Let's do that. Why not? F9 Dissonant. Let's go. I'm a sucker for a moon. Let's go check out the barren moon. Let's see what we can find. Look at this. Could be an opportunity. Caves nearby. All these sentinels around. This is obviously a location that's reinforced and I can't get in without putting up a fight. Let's go find a different spot. So that's the two ways I'm trying to get the cadmium drive that I want. One way is to, I think, get enough nanites that I can do it from the anomaly, although I already have it, don't I? Gosh darn it. I just need the material. I need another wiring loom to actually make it, and that's all I'm waiting on. Hollow terminus detected. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to go up yet once more, and I'm going to jump to a different system and see if I like it more. I'm trying to find a system with salvageable scrap because that's a great quick way to earn a bunch of money so I can use that money to buy the wiring looms I need. Okay, I cashed in on my full fauna discovery on a planet. Now I have 2,239 nanites, which is great. If I look again at the ship research, I can go ahead and unlock all of these. I'll go ahead and unlock, even though I don't have the materials for these yet, I'll unlock the Emerald Drive. And I will unlock the Indium Drive. I still can't install until I have the wiring looms that I need for the cadmium drive. So 8. I'm going to need 12 wiring looms, which means I have got to find a location, a system with something like salvageable scrap, because I still think that's the fastest way right now I can earn a whole bunch of money. So let me jump to another system, see if I can find one that's got exactly what I'm looking for. Here I came back to my base and I was just able to finally retrieve my crashed ship that I found. Let me take a look at what repairs I need to do on him so that I can go scrap him for money. Okay, now he's repaired. So now I can go back up to a space station and I can scrap this guy and see how much money I can get for him. All right, let's go scrap this thing. Call him back in. Let's see what I can get for him. Salvage 1.2 million. Well, I'll take it. Okay, let's go back to a system that does actually sell wiring looms. Boy, there's some great looking solar ships in this system. I'll have to come back here. Well, I'm not ready for this. Actually, I don't want to mess with this right now anyway. So let's just go to the station for now. Ouch. And I can't buy either one. Oh, there's wiring limbs. Okay, I need 2 of them. And I'll have to go mine copper. So let's go take a look at what is in this. Oh shoot, while I was there I should have upgraded my inventory, huh? What do I gotta do to find some salvageable scrap? Salvageable scrap, there we go. That's where I'm gonna head. So we'll go down here, we'll mine copper and salvageable scrap. And uranium if we need it. Shoot, sodium too for that matter. This is a good planet to get everything done on. So I can get to a system with activated minerals, activated metals. And finally start collecting storm crystals. Alright, let's find a nice place to land. Grab some things and then get in before the storm hits. Gamma cyclones. That doesn't sound fun. Seems to be a bug on these sometimes where on gamma planets the salvage data isn't easily collectible. I only seem to see it on gamma planets. Yeah, boy, that's 3 arrows down. Let's get in here. Get some protection. Alright, storm's clearing. I'm gonna head over here. Quickly, before I do, is my ship charged? Let's make sure my ship is charged, so if I have to call it in, I can. Alright, it's topped off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Now let's mark that copper. Let's go get it from the safety of my ship. Hopefully the sentinels will leave me alone long enough. Of course, the sentinel's right there. I think I need a couple hundred. Get out the refiner. Let's make us some chromatic metal. And then we should be able to actually create cadmium drive. Grab what's done. Should be enough. I'll let it keep going. Jump back in. Boom. We now have the ability to get to red systems. So as soon as the refiner's done, I'm gonna get out to a save point, and boom, I will see you as soon as I jump right into a red system. Finally. All right.
Radiation protection falling.
I believe we are good to go. I've got the cadmium drive in place. I've got a little bit of hyperdrive fuel. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have enough supplies to make something else yet. It took 2 hours and 10 minutes so far to get the first cadmium drive, the first hyperdrive upgrade, to get to one of the system types that has activated metals. So 2 hours and 10 minutes so far. Let's go up into space And let's just risk the last hyperdrive fuel we have, and let's go pick out a red system and start to collect our first storm crystals. So in the galaxy map, I'm going to change the filter to be... Oh, I don't have all my stuff in place yet. We'll just have to look at them. Do I need more hyperdrive fuel before I can go anywhere? What do we got here? What do we got? Yeah, 17% is not enough. Great. That is just great. Let's go to the very edge.
Technology.
Now I have no additional hyperdrive fuel, but let's go. Let's find a red system. Let's take a look at these planets. Come on, activated. Ancient bones? No, come on. Cadmium. Salvageable scrap, but aggressive sentinels. More cadmium. Rattling planet. More cadmium, life incompatible. Now, looks like there is a... is there a moon over here as well? Let's go see if there's a moon over here. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Come on, talk to me, Goose. Cadmium dioxide, silver. I just don't seem to be having great luck, do I? I'm going to go here. Ancient bones, cadmium. Still need to collect money. And let's get on the planet before the threat comes after me. Ideally, as I've been doing, I'm going to find a place where I can land on a landing pad to save on my launch fuel requirements. Why am I not coming across any buildings? What is going on? I'm just going to have to land somewhere. Hello, big boy. Grips. And of course the sentinels show up. They just won't leave me alone, will they? Alright, I'm going to do some resource collection. And I'll come back on the video as soon as I've completed quite a bit of that and I'm ready for the next step. Great. Incoming firestorm. I'll have to see if I can call my ship in. I thought I left enough fuel in it to get it here. We're about to find out. If not, I'll just tunnel in somewhere. No, can't do it. I guess I'm gonna have to tunnel in. All right, we'll hang out here for a minute. That's all the carbon I have? Holy moly. I'm gonna be in trouble here. Go figure out how to get some carbon ASAP. Dang. You know, while I'm sitting here waiting for the storm to pass by, and seeing as how I ran out of carbon, down here looking at what I collected, I actually have an Ambassador class hab and 2 landing bays, which is very good. Those might be worth keeping if I ever want to get a Corvette set up. Again, I'll probably sell them for the money so I can buy what I need to get this StormChaser challenge done. I'll wait out the storm and then I'll go farm for carbon. Okay, I did a little bit of cadmium mining. Now I am on a viridescent planet, but my plight continues. I thought I was in the right kind of system to find some activated metal and hence some, storms that would have storm crystals. But I don't think I'm in the right place yet. So I'm still collecting resources to get me the hyperdrive upgrades I need so that I can actually get to some of these additional system types. Taking longer than I thought, interestingly enough. So I'll keep collecting carbon and salvageable scrap. It has been 3 hours and 16 minutes. I was just on a viridescent planet, I thought, in this system, collecting resources. So I'm in resource collection mode right now. While I'm here, let me go ahead and build out the emerald drive so that I can get to green systems now. And maybe that'll help me find the activated metal planets I'm looking for so I can finally start to collect storm crystals. Let's go see if we can find a green system. If I recall correctly, green systems are E systems. So let's see if we can go find one. There we go. There's an E6F. It's only 98 light years away. Let's go. And let's cross our fingers. We've got some activated metal planets. 2 planets. Great. Great. Gotta watch those thermal vents. Come on, storm crystals anywhere? There's one. Where was it?
Extreme heat damage detected.
Shoot. I saw one. Where'd he go?
Thermal protection.
Wow.
Heat damage detected.
It's just hotter than heck out there. Well, I don't see any storm crystals. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. This is the fun part of challenge mode, you know, max difficulty settings. Your inventory slot sizes are small, you know, 300 instead of 9999. Hazards are much more hazardous. You don't find hazards as much or as, you know, as frequently. You've just really gotta, it's not hard. You just have to pay attention, and your opportunities to get things done are a little fewer and farther between. You have to watch what you're doing more. Boy, I just can't win. I jumped out of my ship to grab some condensed carbon, and I set off some sentinels. Is there by chance another green system close enough that I can jump to it and I might see different results? Okay, here's one. Let's try it. I mean, let's just try it. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I could get stranded in a system and not get out, but let's see what we find. Now, why didn't it even tell me on this one how many planets there were? All right, let's look at these other planets. Any activated planets here? I'm starting to feel like one of the primary missions I haven't completed yet, even though you don't see it necessarily because I've got tutorials disabled. I wonder if there's some mission I haven't completed yet, or some step I haven't completed that has something to do with the additional star systems past just the yellow systems. I might need to go research this. Salvageable. This is just really strange. All right, I landed on a sub-zero planet. I may have collected enough emerald that I could finally build the indium drive. Yes, so now I just need, like before, 5 wiring looms. So I'm gonna have to go sell a bunch of stuff, and which means I gotta go back to another system that's actually got a space station. I don't know why I'm not seeing space stations in these red and green systems. So let's go back to a space station, try to get this next drive installed. Get landed in this station. Let's see if they sell wiring looms. Do you sell wiring looms? Yes. All I need is 2 landing gear, and I could actually build a Corvette. But before I build a Corvette, I'm going to see if I can buy the 5 wiring looms I need. Yes. There's my wiring looms. Now let's use them to build the drive I need. And I can build it here, and then I can move it over to my Corvette if I end up going with the Corvette. And let's put my indium drive right there. All right, now I've got blue system, red system, and green system drives. Now let's go to the Corvette building area. Create a new Corvette. So first thing I'm going to do is grab one landing gear. Then I'm going to grab one hab. And I'm going to grab a cockpit, put it on the front. Then I'm going to grab the landing bay. Put that on the back. Let's grab the reactor. Put that reactor on. That's a big reactor. This is going to look interesting, isn't it? Let's throw a torpedo launcher on there, even though right now it's going to be the only weapon I have. All right, now I just need a thruster. What do they each look like? It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? I'm going to have to just put it on the side. I'll put it on the other side from where my torpedo launcher is. This is going to look so strange. What would happen if I strap that other booster on the other side just for the additional maneuverability? Boy, that's going to look weird. Put it up here. Let's do it. It's going to look weird anyway. And I do have a shield. Let's put a shield on. Where can I put the shield on? Can I slide you under there? Look at that. Boom. Let's just finalize it. Compare it. Let's keep it for free. Okay, well, I got it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, I did build my Corvette. I just reselected my radiant pillar to compare the damage and the hyperdrive range. They're basically about the same. So I don't know that it's worth moving over yet to the Corvette. Let's stick these final parts that are in my starship over into the workshop cache. I can now get to blue, green, and red. I think it's the green and red planets systems that have the activated metals. So let me try to target one of those. Let me pick one I haven't done yet. I think I was doing green. Let me try blue or red and see if I can finally start collecting storm crystals. I'm doing this next part of the Artemis quest line since I was right here in the same system, just to make sure it doesn't make a difference in any of the other stuff I'm trying to do as part of my StormChaser challenge. Okay, I got a signal booster, which I really don't need right now, but at least it's going to continue the progress of this again in case it's helpful at all to me for my StormChaser quest. I will also move this quest forward a little bit. The Artemis, which one is this? The Space Anomaly quest line. I'll move this forward just a little bit as well. Again, just in case it makes any kind of a difference. All right, let's look for a blue star system. So that would be O or B. Should be a tier 4 system. Let's try this O planet instead of a B planet. It should still be a blue system. Let's see what we find. 5 planets and a moon. That's a good sign. We got more to choose from. Indium. Activated indium on a frost planet. Okay, that's got real possibility. Activated indium on a barren planet. That's got real possibility. Dioxide and sodium. You know, maybe I'll go here. It's closer, and dioxide's good for recharge. Sodium is as well. So let's head down to this icebound planet. Looks like we're in a storm already. Look at that. That's a good sign. I need to survive it, of course, but Let's see if I can get somewhere where I can find some of these storm crystals. Very hard to see. Oop, there's some right there. Let's see if I can land right here, find them. Let's see if I can handle the weather too. It's a deep freeze. Am I doing okay? I don't know if I can get there. I'm gonna try. All right, these could finally be my first storm crystals I've collected as part of this challenge. Boom, finally. Gosh, finally. Finally, this might be, I was going to say this might be the planet that I do all my storm crystals on. I wanted to actually do it across multiple types of storms. I'm still going to probably try to do that. But even if I get just a fourth or even a half of the storm crystals on one planet, I'm going to be happy with that. Finally, I feel like I'm making some progress on this challenge. It took forever just to get to the point where I could actually get to planets with activated metals and where I could survive long enough that I could actually collect storm crystals. So, yeehaw! Wow, all of a sudden, look at how quickly my protection's gone down. It must be extreme night weather. Good thing I got to my ship just in time. I'll go land over at this trading post that I marked. And we'll wait. Maybe we'll wait for the next storm. And we'll go collect some more storm crystals. Finally. Finally. I'm wondering as I'm waiting for the next storm here. Okay, here comes the next blizzard. I was just wondering if I should actually call in my Corvette, because my Corvette, I could hover better. Let me see if it'll be helpful. Boy, it's cold. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to get my Corvette, and let's just see what kind of difference it makes. Hello, Corvette. Oh, it's good to be here. Any storm crystals that I see. Okay, there's one at 380, and there's one at 169. Let's mark it, and let's go fly over there. And I can fly over there and don't have to land. I can just hover. So let's go right here. Let me set my hotkey for getting out of my seat. There's my hotkey. Let's take a look out here. Make sure I'm close to the storm crystals. I am. Let's teleport down. This could work out very nicely. Oop, here we go. This could work out quite nicely. There's those two. Let's get back into the safety of the ship. See if I can mark some more. There's one at 288. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. This could be how I just basically solved my challenge. Now it's probably just a matter of time trying to find all of the storm crystals that I want to find. And again, the nice thing about doing it this way is I don't have to spend any launch fuel for my launch thrusters because I'm never really landing. All right, let me get in and out of my seat here. I'm going to make a save point. And then I want to check the time, approximately what time was it that I started finally being able to collect storm crystals. Okay, it looks like it's taken me about 4 hours and say 40 minutes or so to finally get to the point where via a Corvette I'm able to start collecting storm crystals. So far I've collected 8. Okay, this should be the last of my back and forth. Like when you get a new car, you take all your stuff out of your old car and you put it in your new car. I got everything out of my Radiant Pillar, all the tech upgrades and all my inventory. And I put it over in my funny looking Corvette that I parked right here. You got to actually sit down in order to make the Corvette your new primary starship. Look at how cold it is out here. Let me step outside again. Here's outside. See the double 3 arrows, extreme conditions? That's how quickly it goes down. That's how helpful this Corvette teleport approach is to beam right down to the planet. Now I can build a cargo rack. Now that I have a cargo rack, I can store all of my storm crystals in the cargo rack. Let's move them all over. Wow, that protection goes fast. But you can see the little loop. Mark them, go get them, jump back into the Corvette, restore your hazard protection enough that you can go out again, and just keep on going as long as each storm lasts. Okay, bought a hydraulic wiring. I'm back in my Corvette. Let's put a refiner in. We'll just put it right up here. Good to go. Now I got a refiner and we got a storage container. This is looking good. So I got 25. Good stuff. Waiting for the next storm. And I'll see how quickly I can get it done. I'm either going to do all of them on this planet, or I'm going to try to do, say, half of them here and try to look for another planet that's a different kind of storms, like heat or something, and do that. We'll see. I think I've mostly established or completed the main part of the challenge I wanted to complete, which was what are all the steps you have to go through in order to finally be able to start collecting storm crystals. There's a lot of build up to it, a lot of things you got to do before you can even get to the star systems you need to get to. The Corvette is a great addition. It makes it a whole lot easier. You know, when it's 3 arrows, extreme weather out here, there's almost probably no way I could be collecting those storm crystals if I weren't able to teleport in and out of my Corvette so quickly. I would have had to have spent a lot more time upgrading my hazard protection so that I could do that kind of stuff. Get a whole bunch of Starship launch fuel, a bunch of efficiency upgrades to the launch thrusters so I could land and take off constantly trying to do that. So the Corvette definitely makes this StormChaser challenge easier. Yes, activated indium and salvageable scrap. This is a good place to go. Let's go get on this planet. It even looks hot, doesn't it? This might be a good workflow right here. Like I said, mining the salvageable scrap when there's not a storm, and mining the storm crystals when there is.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Okay, here comes a storm. Let's see if the Sentinel bugs me when I'm collecting salvageable scrap. I don't remember if they do on that or not. Come on, is it hot enough? Oh yeah, there we go. There's some storm crystals right behind me. Let's go get them. I'll do salvage containers when there's not a storm, and I'll do storm crystals when there is. I'm getting tons of Corvette parts, but the actual storms don't happen as often as on the ice planet I was on. So my ability to gather storm crystals is a lot slower on this planet. 30? That can't be right. 30? I had 25. Yeah, so I may go back to the other planet where the storms are much more frequent. Okay, you awesome explorers. I may call this StormChaser challenge done. So if you notice here in my Corvette, in my storage container, I've got 50 storm crystals, plus I collected all kinds of additional Corvette modules. So that is my StormChaser challenge. Start on max difficulty mode, hardest settings for everything. Do everything you have to do to collect 50 storm crystals as quickly as possible. Let me jump back out real quick and look at how long it took me, and then I'll jump right back in and end the video. Okay, it looks like my StormChaser challenge took me 6 hours and 23 minutes to collect, again, the 50 storm crystals, starting with all the max difficulty settings. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gives you an idea for a new challenge you can run. Maybe you'll have some other challenge ideas. I'd love to see your comments about it. Hope you found the video helpful. If you did, I'd love for you to like it. If you would subscribe, that'd be awesome too. It'll help other awesome explorers find the channel and find the content. Appreciate y'all. Have fun out there.